Imagine standing in the dead of night, hearing a sound no one else can. It follows you through city streets, echoes inside abandoned buildings, and whispers through the walls of your own home. For some, it's just noise, but for her, it's a warning, one that pulls her deeper into a mystery where silence is deadly, and listening might be the last mistake she ever makes. Don't miss out on the next chilling mystery. Hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you're the first to know when new stories drop. At first glance, Ellen seems like any other young woman starting over in the city. A music researcher in her late 20s, she spends her days cataloging sounds, studying patterns, and chasing rare recordings. It's quiet, meticulous work, the kind that keeps her grounded after years of uncertainty. But when she begins hearing a low, unexplained hum that no one else notices, her carefully balanced world starts to shift. At first, it's just an odd distraction, a tone she dismisses as stress or fatigue. Yet the sound follows her everywhere, into crowded subways, across dimly lit streets, and even inside her own apartment walls. The more she listens, the more it feels less like noise and more like a warning. Her colleagues at the university wave it off as tinnitus, but Ellen can't shake the growing unease. Every corner of her life, her work, her home, even her sleep, is being invaded by something unseen. And as the sound intensifies, she begins to wonder, is she unraveling? Or is something out there trying to be heard? The hum becomes impossible to ignore. It isn't random, it pulses, shifting in rhythm as if guiding Ellen towards something hidden. She begins recording it, charting the frequencies late into the night, her apartment walls covered in scribbled notes and diagrams. Each time she thinks she understands the pattern, it changes, almost mocking her efforts. Strange coincidences begin to surface. Power outages across the city always seem to align with spikes in the sound. Lights flicker in her building whenever she leans into the noise. Even her neighbors begin whispering about the strange girl upstairs who keeps replaying silence through her headphones. Desperate for answers, Ellen ventures into abandoned places where the hum grows louder. Derelict factories, forgotten tunnels, and empty church basements where her own footsteps echo too sharply. Each location leaves her shaken, yet she feels compelled to return, as if the sound is pulling her into its orbit. Her paranoia deepens. A shadowy figure seems to follow her on the streets, always just far enough to vanish when she looks back. In the library, she finds records of others who once reported the same sound, but their stories end abruptly, with missing persons reports and unexplained disappearances. The police dismiss her claims. The university threatens her job if she continues her obsession. Friends avoid her calls, and yet the sound grows sharper, more insistent, threading itself through every part of her waking life. One night, the hum spikes so violently that it rattles her entire apartment. Books fall from shelves, windows tremble, and Ellen realizes it isn't just in her head. Something out there is real, and it wants to be found. Ellen's investigation finally leads her deep beneath the city, into a sealed underground chamber once used as a research bunker during the Cold War. The hum is deafening here, vibrating through the steel walls like a living thing. And then she finds it, the massive array of abandoned audio equipment, decades old, still humming though long disconnected from power. Among the files left behind, Ellen discovers recordings of voices, people pleading, whispering, even screaming, layered beneath the tone. They are fragments of those who vanished, captured in sound, imprisoned in frequency. The hum isn't random, it's a signal, a trap, a prison built for something humanity wasn't meant to hear. And then, the realization strikes. Ellen herself has been part of the pattern all along. Her notes, her recordings, every attempt to decipher the sound has only deepened its hold. By listening, she has given it power. She wasn't chasing the mystery. The mystery was chasing her. When the hum suddenly cuts to silence, the chamber feels suffocating. The stillness is louder than the sound itself. Ellen realizes she isn't alone. Shadows stretch across the walls, taking form without bodies, drawn from the echoes of the missing. She has uncovered the truth, but she may never escape it. Years later, Ellen is remembered less as a researcher and more as a cautionary tale. Her name surfaces in whispers at the university, in dusty archives, in late-night podcasts dissecting unsolved mysteries. Some say she vanished in that underground chamber, never resurfacing. Others claim she was found wandering the streets, silent, unable to speak of what she had heard. No official record confirms either version. The bunker she discovered remains sealed, buried under city construction. Officials deny its existence, but locals still report a faint hum when passing near the site, a sound that makes dogs bark and car alarms trigger for no reason. For the curious, it's an urban legend. For those who knew Ellen, it's a reminder that some mysteries refuse to stay buried. Her apartment stands abandoned, blinds drawn tight, rent unpaid for years. Neighbors avoid the hallway, swearing they still hear faint recordings playing from within. Some even claim Ellen's notes appear scattered anew on her desk, though the room has been untouched. And so, the story lingers in fragments, archived files, whispered rumors, unexplained noises that seep through walls at night. Was Ellen consumed by her own obsession, or did she uncover something too vast, too dangerous to be explained? The hum has quieted, but silence, after all, can be the most haunting sound of all. The mystery of Ellen's life and disappearance remains suspended between fact and legend, much like the sound itself, faint, elusive, impossible to pin down. For some, she was a woman consumed by obsession, undone by her own mind. For others, she uncovered something no one was meant to find and paid the price for listening too closely. What makes her story haunting isn't just her disappearance, but the echo it left behind. The city still holds its breath in certain corners, where lights flicker and silence feels too heavy. People say if you pause long enough in those places, you'll hear it too. That low, unsettling hum Ellen once followed into the dark. We may never know whether the sound was real or imagined, scientific or supernatural. But maybe that's what makes it so terrifying, because the line between noise and meaning, between silence and truth, is thinner than we'd like to believe. And the question lingers, if you heard it, would you keep listening? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.